Ladies and germs, welcome to Street Fighter II Turbo Retro Duels featuring Raza is Retro and Saber Duel Gaming.
And today, myself and Raza will be playing as Balrog, the hard-hitting boxer from the United States of America. A flurry of charging punches, or an absolute snooze fest? We'll see. And it is round one of this fight. Saber Duel Gaming will be on the right-hand side of your screen initially in the white, and Raza is Retro on the left hand side in the orange or gold colour. And from the get-go, it is Uppercut City, some low jabs, left hook, sorry. Saber Duel Gaming has the advantage right now, and it looks like it could be going for an early win here, but maybe not. Now, looked like Raza was about to make a comeback, but it is a quick early round win for Saber Duel Gaming. Now we go into the second fight. Both guys backing in, looking for those charging attacks, and unfortunately we're likely to see a lot of that today. Pulling back to be able to do those charging attacks. Lots of low strikes. Both guys trying to duck down. Get that long reach, big dashing uppercut by myself there. And now a dashing straight hit. Raza is Retro going low again, but this time around that is not helping. Now it's Saber. Low jabs. Both these guys trying to play out the time here to some degree. A dashing right hook. Both guys backing up into the corners. However, that is going to work better for Saber at the moment. Or maybe not now with a few seconds left to go. It is right down to the last. And with 2 seconds left, Raza is Retro has evened things up, and we go through to the third round in this first game. And both men are playing. We are both playing a really cautious game here. The full 80 seconds still to play. Low jabs by both. Raza is setting himself up in that corner and looking to try and go the distance. Managed to break through, but not with enough. And now Raza is Retro has done enough damage that I'm having to charge forward. I can't try and play out the time. There's that charging hook that doesn't get anywhere. Both of these guys. And an uppercut and a straight jab. Raza is Retro definitely has the lead now. I am having to back away, and it looks like this first round is going to go to Raza at this point. And the time runs out for the first time in this series, giving Raza is Retro the first game win.
Alright, so it's Saber versus Raza, Raza versus Saber, Balrog versus Balrog, Raza in the blue, Saber in the orange, and this is round 2. Raza previously winning the first fight, so this is fight number 2. Will be interesting to see who comes on top of this particular fight. Saber has landed some 3 crucial blows and seems to have done some damage with Raza's Retro, but the tactic here that it seems both fighters will use is quite a defensive one. With somebody like Balrog, a charge character, that is the smart way to go. Saber lands 2 beautiful punches, Raza gets 1 in, Saber with another one. This might seem like it's Saber's game to win. There is also time on the clock for Raza to make a small comeback if possible. Saber throwing those punches and finally landing one, Raza with some, Saber with a couple, and Saber gets one right to the face and takes this particular round. Interesting to see what will happen in the following. I feel that this is going to be quite an interesting and defensive type of fighting due to the nature of how Balrog fights. I do know for a fact both Saber and Raza's Retro are not too familiar with Balrog, or it's not a character that both use quite often. So this is why it's going to be quite interesting to see the tactics used. But it seems like both are going with the same tactic. And the funny thing is because Balrog doesn't have much range, when both do try to throw some punches, a lot of times they are not landed, but Saber has landed quite a few there. Raza has been struggling a bit here, we could see for sure. Saber with a beautiful punch there. And now Raza gets in some. Saber with a low punch, a high punch, another high punch to the face. This should be Sabers. This should be Sabers. Unless Raza can do something incredible. Can he? Can he not? Oh, there's time. No, there isn't. Saber does pull off another fantastic victory.
Okay, so we are going into a third and final round. Saber Duel Gaming in the gold, Raza Retro in the classic blue. And right away, both guys are going for the super cautious, backing up into the corner. This is not going to be a classic, is it? Oh, big, strong forward jab, but it did very little damage. That one did more, as did that. And now, both guys suddenly having a flurry of assault. This seems to be the strategy. Back away, go for that big straight charging attack. If you can block, then you're basically going to do okay. But realistically, this has been one of the more cautious and certainly one of the dodgiest fights myself and Raza have had. Straight jabs, but Raza is doing a good job of blocking those with only 10 seconds left. Oh, but a sudden grab, headbutts. Raza is retro, but just about I get the win with time expired, and that was very narrow margins. Okay, second fight, straight punch by Saber Duel Gaming. Raza Retro tried the same. Oh, that one connected well though. An uppercut one, not so much. It's got power behind it, but it's much harder to connect with, it seems. Low jabs. We've got the duck and hit attacks that we've seen in the previous fights. This time around, Saber Duel Gaming seems to be getting something of the edge. Mind you, Raza Retro is making use of jumping strike attacks to try and get some of that advantage back. But with time running low, he has got to do damage and do damage soon. He is doing some, but is he going to be able to do enough with 5 seconds? He may... Oh, and one more low strike gives Saber the win. So after episode 5, the 5th fight, Raza Retro has won 2 fights with 8 rounds overall. And Saber is on 3 fights with 7 rounds overall. It certainly means that things are staying very tight between both myself and Raza Retro.
Congratulations to Saber Duel Gaming for winning this week's Retro Duels episode. A fantastic episode it was. And now for me to provide the next hint as to who the next character will be, well, let's just say that handsome fighters never lose battles. Until the next time, from Saber Duel Gaming and Raza Retro, we hope that you always take the high ground, and we hope that you always remain retro.